guys, and welcome back to another video. I'm so excited to be doing this for you. I put an Instagram poll up just asking whether you'd like to see a video and some tips on how to choose a good legging, and you guys voted yes. So I'm so excited to be bringing you my tips on how to choose a good legging, because guys, I know what it's like when you go online and you're shopping and it can be so confusing. It looks so good on the model and you order it and you wait for it and it finally arrives and you put it on and it doesn't look good for you, or it starts shimmying down 3 steps into the legging. So I'm here to give you my quick tips on what to look out for to pick a good legging. Now there's a few key things that I want to go over, which is just about the style, things like even the stitching, how the fabric that you're going to pick, and even some tips on squat proofness. So let's get right into it. The first thing I want to give you a tip on is style. Personally, I go for high-waisted. It's key for me. I know that everything's going to be tucked in, it's going to look nice, it's going to feel nice and be comfortable. And then you can also get the ones in high-waisted that are nice and compression fit as well, if you prefer something more form-fitting or you're getting that good tummy compression. You're going to find those in the high-waisted. If you like those hipster styles that sit over the hips and they look good on you, by all means still go for that style, which is more like this one, then by all means go for that. But for my style, high-waisted is key. I find everything fits better in high-waisted. Now, there's a few different types of high-waisted that most commonly people go for, and that is the seamless high-waisted, which is more of the mostly a condensed knit like this, okay, which is not going to have any seam at the top. But the issue with a seamless high-waisted, guys, is that that fabric is basically going to warm up when you exercise, and they tend to shimmy down with a seamless. So I would only pick a seamless legging for like a lower intensity or a strength day. The second type of high-waisted is one with a seam at the top. I'm going to bring this right up to you to show you. If you can see there, you've got like a little elastic there. Sometimes a little bit bigger. I prefer if it's very slim. And I know, guys, a lot of people don't prefer to get one with a seam at the top because it digs in, or they just don't like it. But guys, this is what's going to hold your legging up at the end of the day. So tip number 1, when it comes to the style, if you want something for high intensity, looking for something that's not going to shimmy down on you, that seam at the top is what's going to help it stay up, because when you work out, the fabric gets hot and it expands, and that seam is there designed to pull the fabric back in and hold it up. So high-waisted, seam at the top if you're doing high intensity. If you're looking for comfort or low intensity, by all means stick with the seamless. The other type that I go for an all-rounder legging in the high-waisted is something like these, which is I'm wearing now. It's the COLORFULKOALA ones. I love these, guys. Honestly, they're so amazing. They're plushy and comfortable and stretchy, and the high-waisted is just perfect length. They have the tailoring, everything. Oh, so affordable, guys, I can't even tell you. But these ones are a yoga fit, so they don't have a seam at the top, but they're still double lined, which means the fabric in the high-waisted folds back over itself, so it's not just one piece, it's 2. So this is key for any type of like high-waisted. You want a thick waistband, not just one piece of fabric, because that's not going to give you any sort of comfortable hold or compression or anything. So that's with the style. Second tip is with the stitching. You want to make sure that when you look for a legging, I'm going to grab my lighter ones here, that they have a very like thick stitching, as in the machine's gone over it numerous times. I'm going to bring it up close to you again. Let's see if we can get that to focus. I think we got it there. Yeah, there. So you can see that it's like really, they've gone over it so many times, and that's what you want. And it's also got to be a flat laying stitch. Now that's hard because you can't always see that online unless you can zoom in, but if you can, check that out. All these contouring lines obviously do help with fits, anything that can come in at the waist, and sometimes with that butt contouring, which I have on these 90-degree ones, they do help the construction a little bit to stay up. I don't know if you can see that there. But ultimately it's that high-waisted, it's whether it has a seam at the top, that stitching. And also guys, my last tip about the characteristics is a crotch gusset. I look for a crotch gusset on all of my leggings now, and that is that diamond shaped, I don't know if you can see it there. It's that diamond shaped area in the middle of the legging, sometimes triangle, or in the yoga leggings like these ones, it goes all the way down the leg. So there is no stitch that crosses over at the middle of the legging. And that's gonna have like a threefold effect. Firstly, you're not gonna get the dreaded camel toe. Look, if you got no problem with it, you're confident, rock it, I don't care. But for the rest of those ladies, that is what's causing it. It's that stitching without the crotch gusset. So you want that for a nice, smooth, clean fit. Second fold is it's going to help that legging stay up. Third fold, and this comes to my final point, squat proofness. That crotch gusset is going to allow enough stretch when you like do leg raises and you do whatever dynamic movement to give the fabric enough room to stretch and not overstretch to create sheerness. So guys, look for a crotch gusset. Usually if they have different like versions of the model, you can usually see whether it does. Third point with looking for a good legging is the fabric, guys. Generally, I will not go for a cotton blend fabric because that is more like an athleisure or a regular legging. That's not going to be sweat wicking a cotton blend. Also, I find more than likely they're sheer, a cotton blend. So either they're too thick, the cotton blend, and they're unbreathable, or they're too thin and they're sheer. So you want to go for something that is polyester, spandex, elastane, or a blend of these fabrics are going to be the most comfortable and the most stretchy fabrics, because more than likely they are a four-way stretch, which is what you want to look for. Oftentimes when companies want to advertise their the fabric, they will say whether it's a four-way stretch, and that's exactly what you want to look for, guys. So something that's spandex, polyester, elastane, sort of blend, and with a four-way stretch. That's what you want to look for in the fabric. Crotch gusset's going to help you. And also, if you're in store, do try and feel the fabric that it is like a mid-thickness density. Usually if it's thinner, it's probably going to be sheer. And with compression fabrics, which is more of that like slick fabric, these are the perfect ones for running because they're like a naked fit, they're second skin, they just stick to your skin and they stay up. And that's what you want, because running is like the most vigorous movement you will do. So that's what those are made for, and they're gonna like hold your muscle as well. That's what they're made for. So go with those, but they're not necessarily going to be squat proof. I found more likely than not they're not squat proof, but if you're running, it doesn't make a difference. So if you're looking for comfort or you're looking for low intensity, get your seamless, go for it. But if you're looking for movement, dynamic, high intensity, you want a high-waisted with a seam at the top. And if you want something for a good all-rounder, you want something with high-waisted, you don't have to have the seam at the top, the seamless is super comfortable, and you want something with a larger crotch gusset, because that's going to give you the most movement, the most stretch out of a legging, the most use. I wear these colourful koala ones to work, to training and back, and they're my best all-rounder and my most affordable leggings. As you know, Gymshark, I wear them all the time. They're always coming out with fantastic fabrics and designs, so I really recommend them. But they are mid to high tier now in cost. So the COLORFULKOALA ones I've discovered recently, they're super affordable. 90 Degrees is also an affordable brand you can find on Amazon. I will link all these down below. If you're looking for compression, I would still check out the regulars at 2XU and Nike. They still do some really great compression leggings. But for everything else, you can check out these online brands. If I think of anything else, I will link them down below. But I hope that was informative for you guys. I hope it wasn't too long and you really enjoyed it. Please comment down below if you did. If you have any other questions that I haven't covered, just comment them down below as well, because I'll be waiting to read your comments. And if you have anything else you'd like me to review or an informative video, again, comment down below, subscribe to my channel. And I hope you guys have a really good day. Mwah!